Welcome back to the deep dive, where we unpack your sources and really pull out those fascinating nuggets of knowledge you might not expect.
That's right.
Today, we're getting into Alexander McCall Smith's novel, Tea Time for the Traditionally Built. It's such a great read.
It really is. And it's more than just a story, isn't it? It's like a window into the everyday challenges, but also the surprising wisdom you find in this detective agency in Botswana.
Exactly.
We're going to be exploring what traditionally built actually means, not just physically, but, in spirit, in perspective.
Yeah.
All through Mma Ramotswe and her assistant, Mma Makutsi.
Yeah, Mma Makutsi, she's brilliant too.
Oh, absolutely.
So our mission today really is to see how these small sort of personal moments in the book, how they reveal these bigger truths about people, community, tradition versus modernity.
Yeah, that constant tension. Get ready for maybe some aha moments along the way.
Okay, so let's kick this off with something really personal from Mma Ramotswe. Her relationship with her tiny white van, that old van.
Ah, the van, yes.
Yeah. It was definitely more than just transport for her. It felt like a companion.
It really did. And what's so interesting is how the van getting older sort of mirrors her own thoughts, her own debates about, laziness, modernity. She talks about it with Mma Makutsi. She remembers her childhood, walking miles to school, maybe catching a ride on a mule cart.
Right. 4 miles, she said.
Yeah. And contrast that with Botswana now, where cars have just changed everything. The van getting old, it kind of symbolizes that shift,
And it really starts to show its age. It makes these whirring noises, a strange sound, and then this really frightening grinding sound.
Described as sick at heart.
Yeah. So she actually decides, okay, I'm going to start walking to work. But then her husband, Mr. J.L.B. Matakoni, he takes a look.
The expert mechanic.
And he gives that really grim diagnosis. The engine is just too old. It's like a death sentence for the van.
And her reaction? That wail when she hears its death warrant, it's so raw, so genuine.
It is.
It's not just a car, is it? It's part of her history, part of her routine, a connection to something. Simpler, maybe.
Definitely. And then the new van, Mr. J.L.B. Matakoni gets her this new one. Blue, automatic.
Yeah, this insulated air-conditioned cocoon. Sleek and comfortable, but...
But she finds it alien. She thinks it's wrong. How does she put it? Her old van was...
more human, more like us, more natural.
Right. Which really makes you think, doesn't it? What do we lose when everything becomes efficient and new? That human connection.
Exactly. It's about the imperfections, the shared history, making something feel real, feel like us. It's a great metaphor for her whole outlook, really.
And she doesn't just accept it, does she? She keeps this secret.
She plans to get the old van back from the scrapyard.
With help from Fanwell, the apprentice, the one who's always a bit short on cash but has a good heart.
It's pure loyalty over convenience, isn't it? Holding on to what feels authentic, even if it's completely impractical.
And that deep caring, it goes beyond the van. You see it with her foster children, Mathaleli and Puso.
Oh, absolutely. She worries constantly about Mathaleli's future, using a wheelchair, and Puso's difficult start.
And Mr. J.L.B. Matakoni, too, driving on those dangerous roads at night.
She even says she knows worrying about things was no help at all, but she just can't help it when it comes to the people she loves.
It's so relatable.
It really is. It reminds you that despite all the changes happening around them, the core human things, family, safety, love, rolling, they stay the same. Like her friend Bishop Trevor Mwamba says.
Oh, I love that line.
There's plenty of work for love to do. Perfect.
It really is. Okay, so from those sort of quiet personal worries, her detective work throws her into some very different situations. Let's get into the football case.
Ah, yes, the Kalahari Swoopers.
Right. She's hired by the owner, Mr. Liongo Malafalo. He's convinced there's a traitor on his team, making them lose games.
And his classic Mma Ramotswe, because she tells him straight up, I know nothing at all about football.
Chuckles.
But that's not her strength, is it? Her genius is understanding people. Malafalo wants her looking into their lives, financial motives. That's her territory.
Not fouls on the pitch, but flaws in character.
Exactly.
And where does she get her first real clue? Not from digging into bank accounts.
No, it's from her foster son, Puso. She takes him to a match.
Just a kid watching a game.
And his innocent observations are key. He points out the goalie, Big Man Tafa, always gets blamed. And he even sees another player smiling when the other team scores.
Incredible, just watching.
And Mma Ramotswe takes it seriously. She remembers Clovis Anderson's advice about listening to children, their honesty, so she carefully asks Puso more.
Then she interviews the players. big man Tafa, who wants to be captain.
Right. Thinks the current captain, Rob Sobega, is past his best. Standard dressing room stuff, maybe.
And then that other guy, Oteng Boling, the rude midfielder.
Oh, him. With a bizarre theory about the goalie's eyesight, claiming he tested it by throwing a pencil at him.
It's ridiculous.
Totally. So you have all these suspicions, rivalries, weird theories floating around.
All pointing towards something complex, a traitor, bad blood, maybe even bribery.
But the real answer, the breakthrough Mma Ramotswe finds, it's not complex at all, is it?
Not in the slightest. It comes from just, well, paying attention to the details.
Overlooked details.
Yeah.
She figures out the problem isn't a person, it's the boots.
The boots. Mr. Malafallo made them wear these uncomfortable boots from a sponsor.
Their feet hurt. That's why they were losing. It's brilliant in its simplicity.
It really is. It shows how we often look for these complicated answers when sometimes the solution is right there, totally mundane, hidden in plain sight.
The ultimate aha moment, like you said. Look past the drama, see the obvious.
So true. Okay, while Mma Ramotswe is solving boot-related mysteries, her assistant, Mma Makutsi, she's got her own drama brewing.
Oh yes, enter Viola Sefata.
The arch nemesis
Yeah.
from the Botswana Secretarial College, right? The one who, let's say, adjusted her exam results.
Claimed 80% when the Mma Makutsi got that amazing 97%. And yes, has a bit of a reputation. The husband stealer label.
So the tension is already there. And then Mma Makutsi's fiancé, Foodie Ratafoodie.
Good, kind, trusting foodie.
He hires Violet as assistant manager in the bed section of his furniture shop.
Can you imagine? Mma Makutsi is just beside herself, convinced Violet has her claws into him.
Understandably anxious, but Foodie seems completely oblivious. He just thinks she's a good salesperson.
Which raises that question Mma Makutsi wrestles with. Are men just, well, weak, as she puts it, when it comes to seeing through manipulation like Violet's?
It's a tough one. Mma Makutsi tries to calm her down, quoting Clovis Anderson again. Do not decide that something is the case until you know it is the case.
Sound advice. Don't jump to conclusions. Even when Mma Makutsi sees Foodie giving Violet a ride home.
Which must have been difficult.
Oh, absolutely. Foodie represents this real innocence, maybe naivety. He assumes the best.
Yep.
Mma Makutsi, knowing Violet's history, sees the danger signs immediately.
It shows how our own experiences really color how we see things, doesn't it?
Definitely. And how easily kindness can be taken advantage of.
So Mma Ramotswe, being Mma Ramotswe, comes up with a plan, a brilliant, slightly sneaky plan.
Involving Charlie, the apprentice.
Sending him undercover to the furniture shop, his mission, buy a bed.
Oh, Charlie. He's not exactly subtle, is
He chuckles. Not at all, which is perfect here.
he? Comes back and recounts Violet's unique sales technique. How she whispered. What was the line?
If you buy this bed, then one day soon I'll come along and help you try it out.
The sheer nerve. It's hilarious, but it's also the key.
Exactly. Charlie, just by being himself, accidentally spills the beans to Foodie.
Reveals her true colors. And Foodie is profoundly shocked. Finally sees
And
it.
there's her on the spot.
Which leads to that big confrontation. Violet shouting abuse at Mma Makutsi. It's dramatic, but it clears the air.
Yeah, it really solidifies Mma Makutsi's trust in Foodie in the end. Sometimes you just need the truth, however blunt.
Straightforward truth cutting through all the games. Classic McCall Smith.
Okay, and just when things couldn't get more unusual, Mma Ramotswe gets another client, Lily Sefata.
Lily Sefata. And her situation is, well, unique.
She claims to have two husbands, a weekday man and a weekend man.
Which immediately pushes Mma Makutsi's buttons. She's quite judgmental about it.
Yeah, she says something like, you'll be punished for that, they'll find out.
Mma Ramotswe, she's the professional. Calm, impartial, empathetic. Reminds Mma Makutsi their job is to help, not judge.
She also makes that point about how people without formal education can be looked down upon, saying, people laugh at people like me.
Yeah, these days, when everybody's so educated, it's a subtle social commentary there.
So Mma Ramotswe's advice to Lily, confess to both, see who's more forgiving.
Which doesn't quite go to plan.
No, both men throw her out. But then, the twist.
The third husband.
Yeah.
The one she was too embarrassed to mention.
And she decides, okay, I'll stick with him. It's just incredible.
The complexities of life, eh? And it leads to this funny little discussion about coincidence. Because of the name, Lily Sefata.
Mma Makutsi jumps right in. Lily and Violet, two flowers. She must be Violet's mother.
An easy assumption to make, maybe?
But Lily clarifies, no, it is a coincidence.
Which makes you think, how often do we look for patterns, for connections, where there are none? just pure coincidence.
And how much does a name or some random association affect how we see someone, even subconsciously?
Even for a great detective like Mma Ramotswe or her sharp assistant, assumptions can always be challenged.
It's a good reminder that human problems, however strange they seem on the surface, often come down to very universal things: desires, mistakes, just life being messy.
Absolutely.
So wrapping this all up, what's the big takeaway here? We've seen Mma Ramotswe deal with her van, the football team, Mma Makutsi's fiancé drama, the woman with multiple husbands.
Yeah, quite a range. I think this deep dive into tea time for the traditionally built really shows us that life in Botswana, like life everywhere, is this amazing mix. Traditional, modern, ordinary, extraordinary, all woven together. And it highlights Mma Ramotswe's incredible spirit, her belief in people, her wisdom in looking beyond the surface, and just her quiet way of doing what was necessary.
It really is about compassion, isn't it? And just paying attention, careful observation leading to these unexpected truths. And how things like loyalty and honesty, those core values, they really define who we are.
Exactly. And maybe leaves us with a thought, if Mma Ramotswe, this traditionally built lady detective who knows nothing about football, can solve a major team crisis just by noticing uncomfortable shoes,
Right.
what simple, maybe even seemingly trivial details are we missing in our own lives or, in the bigger world picture? Details that might actually hold the key to understanding much larger problems.
That is definitely something to ponder as you go about your day. Thanks so much for joining us on this deep dive.